Hello, this is Rico with Pena Global. And lately I've spent many hours with many of my clients from around the world who are in leadership positions. And I'm noticing a trend of some of the challenges that they're all facing. How to handle telecommunicating with their teams in this unprecedented time with COVID-19. So as I kept hearing the same concepts, the same challenges, the same issues that they were having, I wanted to create 3 things that you can do with your teams in this unprecedented time, not just to survive right now, but how all of this is going to really impact your workplace once we get through all of this. We'll be putting out a series of videos of how telecommunication is not only going to affect your future workplace, but how leaders can use it effectively moving forward. So there are 3 things I'd like to share with you that if you're struggling with telecommunication in this particular environment, that I believe will help you become more strategic, more clear, and more focused on how to deal with this today and in the future. So the first thing we want to do is we want to become more proactive. How do we really focus on what's happening right here and right now? Now, what I tell a lot of my clients and a lot of my executive leaders is first, gather your team. Understand the situation that we are right here and right now, and how is it affecting both the business, your customers, and your employees. What is the strategy that's going to happen after we move forward, and where are we right now? Don't do the sit and wait. Let's gather more facts and information before we make a decision. Your employees are concerned. They're watching 24-hour news right now. So a lot of angst and understandable fear or the unknown, especially that you've had to furlough them. So one of the ways is to be proactive as to what are we doing right now, what are the facts that we can establish, and then how can we communicate that to our teams. So starting with your leadership team, creating a strategy for where we are, and then how we're going to move forward. Which leads to number 2. Number 2 is all about having some open lines of communication. Now, this will require someone who is going to handle all of your incoming and outgoing communication. I would recommend someone who is either in the leadership team or connected to the leadership team. So as new strategies and answers come about, they can share with the rest of the team. And sharing with the rest of the team could be just as simple as, we understand the situation, here's what we're working on, we'll keep you updated. This gives confidence to your team that you're actually doing something and not sitting in wait. They're feeling more confident with you and your leadership team. Also on the reverse side, setting up an email where they can ask questions and that you're one person that you have addressed or positioned to handle those situations can answer. This is also beneficial for you and the leadership team because now you can see the common questions that are coming through and you're able to strategize answers to help address the fears and concerns and where you should really start focusing because that is where your team's concerns are at. This will also help you to create a frequently asked questions. As similar questions come through your teams, you can create a frequently asked questions that they can download and answer. This also keeps that line of open communication back and forth, reassuring your team that you are actively looking for results, but at the same time, it lowers that pressure and angst because of the unknown. And third, and by far the most important, the reality of the impact this is having in your industry, in your company, your business, as well as your employees. As you're working with your leadership team is what is the real impact that this is having? And I know that's going to be a very painful conversation, but understanding that impact helps you to be more strategic as to what are the priority actions and items you're going to have to do once this is over with. What are some of the things right now that you have to do with your clients, with your employees to maintain that forward momentum? As the government starts to help with a lot of the financial influx into the economy, what is your strategy? How does it impact you and how does it affect you? And how are you going to use that to be open with your employees because that helps you to become more proactive. Right now, you don't want to pull back communication. You want to be as proactive in your communication, open with that communication, and the impact it's going to have with everyone. Well, the series of videos that we're going to be putting out, you're going to see how telecommunication is really going to be a great tool for leaders getting better results from their teams as we have to become more clear. And the name of that series is going to be Technology Does Not Trump Communication. Right now, leaders have to be clearer, more focused, and lead effectively from the front with what we can do and how are we going to do it. There has to be clarity so that our teams and our employees and even our customers can become more confident with what we're doing and how we're doing it, especially in these uncertain times. I hope this was helpful. Keep looking for other series of videos on how we're going to use these new tools that, in my opinion, will become the norm in the future, and how leadership can become more effective using telecommunication and technology, but also how to improve their communication so all of this is effective. I hope this was helpful. This is Rico with Pena Global, and keep an eye out for our new series.